Hello and welcome. My name is Rainier, and I'm here to talk about Rich Strike, his overall pedigree, his chances for the Belmont Stakes, and we'll take a look at his trip in the Kentucky Derby. They'll all connect together. I'm still going to take a break after the Belmont Stakes and making these videos because making handicapping videos does take a bit of time to edit and prepare, and I'm not getting any money for this, so I just don't think I can do this on a weekly basis. But leading up to the Belmont Stakes, let's have a bit of fun. Let's take a look at Rich Strike. It might seem obvious to some people that Rich Strike has a great pedigree for 12 furlongs, because you can see right off the bat that his sire is Keen Eyes, and his dam sire is Smart Strike, who is also a router. And Smart Strike, if you look on top, was the sire of Curlin, who was an excellent router who won races like the Breeders' Club Classic and the Preakness Stakes and the Jockey Club Gold Cup. So, right off the bat, those are good signs. Now, Keen Ice, let's talk about his career for a little bit. Keen Ice, I thought I had it up here, but we'll type it in. And you can see that he only won 3 races in his career, but the second one was very important because Keen Ice won the Travers Stakes in 2015, and he won the Travers Stakes over American Pharoah, as you can see right here, by 3/4 of a length over American Pharoah. And American Pharoah had won the Triple Crown series only a few months earlier, so this was a very important win for Keen Ice, and he won at 10 furlongs. Now, Keen Ice also did compete in the actual Belmont Stakes, but he could only finish 3rd in the Belmont Stakes, which is fine. I'm not going to knock Keen Ice for finishing 3rd in the Belmont Stakes. The fact is, during those weeks of the Triple Crown in 2015, American Pharoah was completely invincible. There is no way any horse could beat American Pharoah in the Kentucky Derby, in the Preakness, and in the Belmont Stakes. There was just no way. He ran a good race. He only lost second by 2 lengths to Frosted. So I'm going to say Keen Ice, in a normal year without a superstar present, he could have fared a lot better in the Belmont Stakes. Although Frosted was in this race and he still beat him for second. Frosted was a good horse too, so I can't knock that either. Keen Ice is a stamina influence for his progeny. There's no doubt about it to me. Now, let's take a look at the bottom side of Rich Strike's pedigree, and you can see, besides Smart Strike, there's Gold Strike as his immediate dam, and you can see from clicking on Brassy Gold and her progeny that Gold Strike was the only successful runner that she produced. She only produced 3 of them, and Gold Strike won $564,000, while the other 2 couldn't even break 20,000, so they were not successful at all. But Gold Strike won 4 starts out of 9 races, as you can see here. She was second 3 times, and she was third once, so she hit the top 3 in 8 races out of 9 starts. That's very good. And you can see here, her 2 most important wins came in the Saline Stakes and the Woodbine Oaks. Now, let's take a look at the Saline Stakes. We're just going to take a look at the distance of the race. And you can see here, it's a mile and 1/16, which is 8.5 furlongs. So she won this race by over 5 lengths, which is pretty good. Now let's take a look at the Woodbine Oaks. And you can see here that the Woodbine Oaks was 9 furlongs on dirt in 2005. And she won this race by 3.5 lengths. So she won it pretty strongly. I see no reason to believe that she couldn't win at 10 furlongs or longer. It's just that with fillies and mares, they don't get the same amount of opportunities to run 10 furlongs or 12 furlongs. Most of their races are 9 furlongs or less, so I'm not going to knock Gold Strike for not winning any 10 or 12 furlong races, because it's just not possible, because there aren't that many races that are that far for them. So I would call Gold Strike also a great stamina influence for Rich Strike, which means that there's stamina both on top and bottom for Rich Strike. You can see Keen Eyes, Curlin, Smart Strike on top, and on the bottom, Gold Strike. We know she won a 9 furlong race. Smart Strike, he was the sire of Curlin, and that's basically enough evidence to say there's stamina on both sides. Does that mean Rich Strike is going to win the Belmont Stakes? No, it's not only about the pedigree. You need the right talent to win the Belmont Stakes as well. And I thought we would take a quick look at his trip in the Kentucky Derby. We'll probably look at only the backside to the finish line, so we'll probably look at only half the race. Now, you can see in the still shot right here, Rich Strike isn't even in the picture yet, but he will be soon. He's way at the back. He's in deep closer territory. You can see right here in the red cap, that's Rich Strike. He's starting to move up, but there's traffic ahead of him, so he does need to navigate that traffic. I'm trying to keep the cursor on him, and I hope the video's smooth enough, because sometimes when you record video on OBS, it doesn't come out smooth, it comes out choppy. So I try to lower the resolution to, it should be at 360. And anyways, Rich Strike is going to the inside right here. There's plenty of room there, and he needs to tip out of Messier, which he does beautifully. But right here, he still needs to work. You can see the jockey working on him. He still needs to work to catch Epicenter, and he does so, but it didn't just fall into his lap. We're going to look at it again. The race did not just fall into Rich Strike's lap. He was waiting for room on the turn. He switched to the inside, and then he needed a tip outside of Messier, who was getting very tired at the end. And he did that, and he still needed to catch Epicenter. He had a clear path ahead, but he needed to catch Epicenter. And Epicenter was still running at that point, as was Zandon. Rich Strike just pushed through, and he moved past Epicenter for the win. So I'm not going to say that he only won because of the suicidal pace. That obviously helped a lot, but I think that he ran a good race too, if you look at his effort in the stretch run. I kind of like that he's a nimble horse that can navigate through other horses if there's traffic. Kind of like Mind That Bird, who was second in the Preakness and third in the Belmont Stakes. I'm saying that he has a great pedigree for the Belmont Stakes. I'm saying he needed to run down Epicenter, and he did. But I need to see the field first. I need to see the pace scenario, and I need to think about it a little bit more. He looks like a contender to me, and from what I've seen from his pedigree, and from what I've seen from Rich Strike's trip and effort in the Kentucky Derby, I would be surprised if he missed the Superfecta. At a minimum, I think he should be able to at least run third or fourth in the Belmont Stakes, if not win. Whether he can win or not, I just need to think about it a little more. But anyways, that's my video covering Rich Strike and his pedigree and his chances for the Belmont and his trip in the Kentucky Derby. So I hope you join us in a few weeks. We will probably have a handicapping video up here. I'll talk to Sigi and see what day he wants to join me to do a handicapping video on the Belmont Stakes. And then we're going to take a long break from doing these YouTube videos. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a few weeks.